Pubs are reportedly being told by breweries to raise their prices in a bid to claw back some of the money lost due to the country's national lockdowns.
Well, our own poll that we've been running this morning found 66% of you agree with the price hike, while 34% of you say they don't support the move. Wow, people are quite happy.
Yeah. I mean, it's a small amount, isn't it? It's, I think, 40p on a pint.
Depends how many pints you drink. Could add up quite quickly.
I'm a cheap date,
so... Charlotte Hawkins. Is it right for those pubs that have survived the pandemic to charge punters more for a pint? Or is it just passing on the pain of the pandemic to those who just want to get out of it and relax a little bit? Well, joining us now to discuss this is pub landlord Conor MacDonald and actress Jazz Franks. Good to see both of you this morning. Well, our Twitter poll, I'm amazed at, must give you comfort if you're a landlord that wants to charge more, because it seems that most people think it's OK to.
Well, we don't want to charge more, but I think it's inevitable. I mean, all prices are going up. So I think it's a case of we have to. We haven't made money. A lot of us have lost money for the last year. I think we've been hit financially, probably one of the worst sectors with the pandemic. So I think it's inevitable that we're going to have some price rises.
Jazz, Conor makes a really good point. I mean, if you think about this is the worst year in history for pubs and any hospitality and shops. They're at low capacity when they're open, and they haven't been open much. It's fair enough, and we mentioned that figure of 40p per pint. I mean, you have a couple of pints, you can even 5 pints. It's only a few quid. It's only fair to do that, isn't it?
Oh, yes, I do think in some aspects it is, but I think everyone has been hit by the pandemic. There's so many people struggling right now, and then I think we're starting to get back to normal and finding our feet, and then you hike the prices up. If everyone hikes the prices up, I think it's going to stop people going out and stop people going out as much, maybe. I mean, I went out on a Monday. I've never been out on a Monday in my life, purely because I was like, yes, I can sit in a beer garden. I'm so excited. I just think it's been an unprecedented event. We're finally coming out of it now. I just think, I'm seeing it as, if your oven broke in your restaurant and you couldn't serve food, you're not then going to put the price of your food up next week to cover the cost of your oven.
But you might do if you gave people more space, which is what's happening. They have got more space. They might even have a patio heater that costs money. They might supply blankets to put on your legs. Those things all cost extra money, don't they? So in a way, you're paying for a better service.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know if sitting with a blanket's a better service as such. I'd rather be indoors. But I just think it's going to be... I just think we've all been through it. We're all struggling. I think we've all just got to ride the ride now, stick together with it. And I think if everyone put the prices up, my hairdresser's not put a price up, my nail technician's not put a price up. I know it's only 40p, but it all adds up, doesn't it, at the end of the month?
Yeah,
now we're all going...
Conor, where does it end then? Because, you know, you're the punter, you've been through a really difficult year, you've not been able to go to the pub, and then suddenly the prices go up. Do they just keep putting the prices up? Do they go back down?
I mean, look, prices go up every year. The brewery increased the prices every year. You know, we don't really have duty added on anymore, but prices go up every year. And I mean, I imagine Jazz likes going to the gym. I looked at my local gym. The price has gone up £2 per month, which is the equivalent of 20p a pint. So, I mean, 40p does sound like a good chunk, but maybe it won't be that much, but it definitely deserves an increase.
Have you been able to sort of share with your own customers the idea that you might put it up? Are they still keen to come in?
No, I mean, there was an old landlady I knew, and the best advice she gave me was that put the prices up and then go on holidays. And when you come back, it'll be all forgotten about.
I mean, funny as that is, that's the problem if it's done by stealth, isn't it? That customers come along to their boozer, they've been coming for years, and they pay by card. I mean, often people pay, we're all paying by contactless now, aren't we? You don't realise. You may even have a meal with it, and you don't realise that the price of the drinks is actually very high.
No, I mean, look, I think people are always price conscious, and you're quite right. If you go above a certain threshold, you're just not going to get the custom. And it's for every pub to be, to to judge what's right for them and what's right for the service that they give and the price that reflects. I mean, we consider ourselves probably not cheap, but we give a very good service at a reasonable price. We charge $4.10 a pint for a pint of Guinness. It varies from $3.80 up to about $4.50 for a pint. So, you know, we think we're going to have to put on maybe 20p a pint. There's been a huge amount of extra costs, both in the past and coming forward as well. So.
Well, I'm sure it will be a sobering thought for people as they head out this evening. They might be bored for their pint, but they're probably glad that you're back in business if they're keen to get out there. Good to speak to both of you this morning. Jazz, Frank, it's good to talk to you, and also you, Connor, as well. Thanks very much indeed.